You know, I just see like Saudi Arabia, I guess. I don't know. There's just some sort of you are you're saying that this is just your other life,
So you're
but
hearing, what are you hearing? You're
no,
hearing.
I see you in it's Baghdad. It's pronounced differently that I say it a little bit, but it's in Saudi Arabia. It's like a big market. There's a big white building with a round roof, round with a like that thing on top. I don't know how to call it. There's a big wall around it that's white with little windows. I think those windows are for observation or for weaponry, protection cannons or something like this. Um, I see a lot of interesting things being sold, like chunks of crystals on the threads, and they're like I see there's like a long horizontal wooden planks, and on the threads or ropes there's chunks like grapes of crystals of different colors, and when the wind blows they all kind of move. And I see you're actually wearing this kind of white uh gown, but it's like a robe, and on top is like a whale in front, and like you're completely covered. That's the thing, but I feel like you something like a royal. You just came out to see what's going on at the marketplace.
And
You call it
this,
bazaar.
you
Bazaar.
this you this you're describing this in my past life, or
Yeah. It's your parallel life that influences you in this life. But I see like a lot of rings on your fingers. There's like rubies, a lot of rubies, and also kind of like diamonds, but they're pink. I don't know if they're pink diamonds exist, but that's how they look like. And
that's my birthstone, pink.
oh, really? And
And I love jewelry, by the way.
yeah, there's a lot of them on your each finger you
Uh-huh.
have is has some sort of ring, and you're hiding them inside like they don't want to be you in disguise,
Mm-hmm.
because you're actually fascinated at looking at what people make, because you are into imagination
Mm-hmm.
and perfecting the beauty around you, interior perfection, outside, fabrics. You're fascinated with everything beautiful and how it's made. And at this bazaar, you can see how it's made, how people create it. They almost show you. You can see, you touch the fabrics, you ask what it is, and then you go to that it's like a castle, like a dome, like a yeah, it's like I see your father, he's got the long beard.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother, I feel like emptiness when I feel like dark, like she's not there, like she died, she passed when you were 5.
In
Snake.
in reality or in that
No,
reality?
in that life, I don't know. You show me that life. It's important to show it to you
Mm-hmm.
because there's connection going on in between that life and this life. Oh, because that life is 113 and this life is 114, and you took a long healing gap in between, like over 100 years gap,
Mm-hmm.
because you were, oh, at the end of that life, if you fast forward, you become a woman in that ninja type of outfit, like a black, like it goes out, like an A shape, um, kind of rope. and you got this two long swords. They curved like this, and you know how to fight
Mhm.
because you basically you were upset with your life because you felt like you show me a cage, golden cage, have a lot of opportunities to do anything you want, have a lot of those golden coins, have a lot of men who were after you, but and you were in a relationship with one of them. It's like you were in marriage, but you ran away from a marriage. See, 3 years of marriage, ran away. Because he wanted he wanted the children, he wanted a son, and you said you're not the one to order me because you have a very strong personality there. I'm trying to see, to hear, go in situation when they call you, what's your name? I hear some sort of Ali, Alaya, Laya. I don't understand this. I think it's Alaya with an O. I don't know. It's like the name you picked for yourself too, because it's like you wouldn't accept everything is given to you. You only wanted to create everything that you wanted to create. Because I see you even like they give you different dresses and things like that, and you would always like almost like remake them yourself. Yes.
I went to yeshiva 1 year of my life, and my English name is not Jewish, so they gave me a couple of names to choose from, and I chose Leah.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, because it sounds like that. I heard both. Alaya, Alaya, Leah, Alaya, Laya, something like this.
Hmm.
I heard. And you're very strong character. You're like you told him no, you're not the one to. I want a girl, I want a daughter, I don't want a son. You're not the one to order me. I'm done with this. All I've seen is the walls of the stupid castle, and I don't want to be the next one sitting on the throne and commanding the people. People should be given the right to do what they want to do, and I'm tired of the constant war ideas and attacks and creating a secret reasons for attacking others just because you want their fabric production or you want something they have to take. And because I see is sand. Like everywhere I look is sand. I don't
Hmm.
even see any trees anywhere. And I see you like on camels, on horses, but you're on a white horse in a black outfit, and you left your husband at night because you were in great relationship with everybody who served you. Your servants were your friends, and they really liked you because you're like a liberal
Yes.
person in that castle. Yeah, you're just totally different soul. And I see you fighting with this guy in the. So you're like standing in this tunnel of light. You're pointing to me like, look what I'm doing. So in between that life 113 and this life 114, they literally pushed you into this life. You really didn't want to go because this in part of you is still in the fighting mode with that he's like an old fashioned like beard, looks like some um yogi maharishi yogi type.
Interesting.
But yeah, he's got the bald head and the huge beard, and he's got this like round nose like a potato nose, and he's got this little black eyes, and the hat, it's like looks like an old wool hat, like looks like a gnomish kind of like hat, but he wears this thing with a rope tied in like a linen type flax material. And he says like, you better listen to me. What's going on? I grabbed a good, like that's in his mind. I hear his thoughts, and you hear his thoughts because everybody hears everybody's thoughts there. And like I picked such a strong soul because I wanted a lot of energy. I wanted you to fight all the time throughout your lives. Fighting is a big thing for me. I love that energy of fight. But you turned this fighting against me, against your father. I'm supposed to lead you. I'm your guide. I'm guiding you. You respect me for my knowledge I give you. And you're like, I figured you guys out. You all want control. I'm done with control over me in the physical. I'm done in control. I just see you like standing there. You're so tall and you're so green, like a real beautiful green color.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just saying like I'm in, and as you get like younger with him, like in a way, like, but it's not, it's in the human perception angry. There's no really emotion, but it's like you're accumulating your energy to explode.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you explode with little flowers and butterflies, and they're like purple and pink, like bright pink. And it's almost like a Valentine's Day surprise or something. And it drives him nuts because he goes like, oh, energy of love, I hate it. Or like, affection, love, all this peace. Um, and you're telling me like that's what I'm dealing with. This is stupid because I know we're literally in a huge tubular apparatus with lots of tubes, with lots of numbers, with cubes, tubes, and spheres. And all those are programmed. Those are different, like, energy rooms. And everybody goes according to the vibrational, vibration, like frequency of that vibration towards the particular area after in between lives. And then you see this illusion. You say like we're illusion within illusion within illusion. It's like multiple soap bubbles over us. And to leave that, we need to tell them we're done with them because we know who they are. They are just the ones who came to honeybees to take the honey. And the honey is our energy and our imagination and our perception of a creator being who creates with thoughts. And you say, as a matter of fact, I can turn him into a very nice, yummy something. Oh, let's make him into a big cherry. I like cherries. And you turn him into a cherry, and I can see his eyes popping from the cherry. It's like a cartoon I'm watching, really funny. And he says like, "What are you doing to me, you little one?" And you're saying like, all I'm doing in this life, I'm trying to figure out how to leave this stupid tunnel I'm in. Because there's something I feel is holding me. Unfinished relationship with this idiot husband, you said, in Muhammad Ali, something like his name is Muhammad Ali, like a double name.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I see like the Roman numbers like 10 and 2, 12. He's 12th generation of his whatever Muhammad Ali's. This like basically father names his son and the same name like his name,
Mm-hmm.
and then son does the same. That's why he demanded you to have a son in like a baby, boy. And that's when
Mm-hmm.
you exploded because you didn't really like him at all. You were just like forced, prearranged marriage. And because you need to go back on that timeline, you're going back, I see, and you're telling your father, stop, don't show me any more potential, pairs for me, husbands in our understanding, kings, because I'm done. I'm going. I don't want to be in this cycle of marriage and giving birth to children who would take over the throne uh, of control of all the masses. I'm done with that. I'm going. And this way I don't see that marriage happening anymore. It's kind of like falls off, like cracks off from the film of the life and falls off. And you like you draw with a finger like a black circle on the ground and it just falls through into fire. It's burning the furnace. And you close this like you close that round door you just opened with your finger. So now you said, well, it's changed now. I'm free. And I see like that tunnel. It's like a fog. It's dissipating. It's gone. And this guy is gone too. He's being sucked into some black hole. Oh, you know what? This black hole is connected to some white tube on the other side, and the white tube on the other side goes to, oh my gosh, it almost looks like a shape of a human stomach. It's ridiculous, but that's how it looks like. And you say, well, this is the false uh, source where what most souls are trained to think this is the place they come from, but it's not. It's just a, let's say, container that keeps the souls safe together. And in that container, there's also programs densely incorporated, and the souls are starting to hallucinate of seeing and talking to their relatives from the life they just left, or planning their future lives. Each one has, like they got like metallic hooks, like cords attached to their heads. And when it gets attached on the back of the head, they start hallucinating. But I see the cords going to the walls of that container. It's like prolonged. And I see them all like in stasis, but they're hallucinating that they are doing stuff. Like they're in heaven or whatever they really believed in this physical life that they just left. They see the perfect picture of their imaginary in between lives place and the hallucinating meeting with their relatives. Others are hallucinating meeting with their gurus, masters, ascended masters, angels. Some even meet aliens and they're flying away from the planet on a spaceship. Like I see program. It's like when you go in or you pick in, I see like first of all, it's like a tube. It opens up with different like it and the rings fly out and they turn into screens. It's like I see round screens. That's how I see it, and they just like overlap, and then which screen you focus on, you see different programs that people program themselves at the during the physical life to what they believe in. And there's so many programs. Um, so let's see with you. So you basically like I see you standing in your energy sphere now, and you got a lot of chains that fell off of you. And some of the stuff that's kind of melting off of you. There's the chains around your neck that fell down. They're cracked open. It's almost like a calves on your ankles. There was some mask you were wearing on your forehead also that fell off. Hmm. It was semi covering the eyes because he didn't want you to see. Ah, He was manipulating your perception because sometimes he would not want you to see certain people in your life or just not stay with them long enough or to screw up the situation somehow or not like it, even though if the mask was not on you, you would like the situation, you would like the person. So it's like it changes the vision of things, the perception, therefore your reaction and your take on it. So those fell off. They're very interesting. They're like gold and silver together. They look like overlapping, um, kind of like this shapes, like oval shapes. And it was like over there, kind of held on the temples and go like this. So I suspect that you might have had like a headaches like this area of your head because of this mask and probably pressure on the like this area too, possible like ears and eyes and not I mean face overall, but the top of the head was the most because you're really actually very very connected to what we call space, but in you you say it's just a space filled with information that is essential for a soul because we're all already informed about everything. We don't need to learn anything. We don't need to explore anything. We can experience, but that's the only thing. But in experiencing what we experience, we should remember who we are and what we came to experience and why we decided that and make sure that that was our own choice to decide to do it, not somebody else's whom we consider better than us or who knows better, because nobody knows better than us. We're all tapped in into the same space of like infinite possibilities, and you just show us like a vast. All you show me is like a blackness and with stars. That's all I see right now. And then you do this and you splash them with colors.
I can't
But
see you though.
you can see me.
No,
Let me see.
I don't know if you're showing me.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
Sometimes I need to turn on the camera and turn it back off. I don't know. But yeah. So and then you like turn it. You say, look, it's twistable because the duality of the universe we're in, it's dualistic. But in a way, it's brought in. Duality was brought in. It was not it was not supposed to be that way, but it was brought in, so we had to deal with it. And a lot of souls got interested in it actually. Some of them got trapped in it because they were in here while the while the numbers, I see numbers, it's they injected the codes into the system and the system became more computerized, like AI generated or controlled rather than mind of us, like the so before this universe was controlled absolutely by each and every soul incarnating on each and every planet created by that soul for its because that soul wanted to experience certain life and certain environment, so it would create the planet for itself to experience this particular form and shape. It was either physical or non-physical, like energetic or in the middle. And then when that flipped, I was a shock for every soul. And that's when we decided to bunch up together because that's our natural ability. Because we're all connected through this little like spiral, electrical spirals of energy exchange, information exchange, constant. And that's how we read each other. That's how we feel each other. That's how we feel when the person whom you're dealing with in this life or met at least once, you feel that person really is thinking of you, and that the impulse goes through that little tiny uh, network, basically, that we're all connected to. Like a spider web, I don't know. But yeah, it like a neurological network in between souls. That's all. And you show me how this neurological network is actually forming flowers right now because we're trying to bunch up in the shape of flowers. It's the shape is important because the shape and what shapes you have at your home, in your head, what shapes you like in life also determines the programming of your reality. And the flowers are something beautiful and something striving to the sun, to the light. And the light is us. So striving to your own self, basically. Um, and yeah, I see different flowers just spinning and like floating all around us, and we form connections as petals of the center. The center is basically the frequency, the music that is played in the middle. It's like a connecting substance in the middle, and more people are gonna connect that I like. That might look different, but they're still connected through their vision and understanding of this reality, and through their consciousness level of understanding how to escape it, where are we at, and what we're doing, and how they manipulate us. And all of this knowledge basically connects different people from different parts of the world right now. And then we separate the reality is being separated in layers. There's a lot of layers. There's not only what they say, oh, we're going to 5D or whatever. No, no, no. Everybody's staying at where they are, but we're just like pushing out the rest. Like, let's say if you are consciousness of, uh, this is very conceptual. In reality, it doesn't really exist as numbers of dimensions, but in physical reality, if you have a seventh dimension, you'll be with people who think alike. So it's like layers, layered reality. But you also say that I see like rings spinning, and that's your these are your strands of DNA. They're composed of rings. It's like you're kind of laughing, rings on the strings, because I literally see like strings, and they're kind of like peach color. And actually, if you look at it, like it's peach color, the whole thing. And this pastel peach, the strands of DNA that you have. Number comes 74 non-stop, so that's the number I see. 74 strands. And you say, but you know what I can do? And you're drawing like 81. I can make them 81. Or you're basically saying you can tap into experiences of others because it's a space like a library. See, the thing is, you're saying we really have access to any information, and information can actually make us yet incarnate on other planets. And because there's no time, it happens quickly. And by incarnating, you add strands of DNA. So, like, the number of strands of DNA somehow correlates with the knowledge received, the experiences received in different incarnations of different planets, you know, different universes. It's kind of like your, but you cannot judge by it. It just, this is just a human perception. When you leave the human, the density world we're in, the numbers dissipate, they disappear. we go by the sound of frequency. It's like every frequency has music to it. We go by that music, and every frequency doesn't have the number like we identify. Oh, this is 528 hertz, and this is this. No, you say it's not like that. It's just like you feel the frequency and you get into it. And also, it just frequency kind of goes by the way of you as creator, what you want to create, how you feel about your creation. Um, because there's different levels of happiness about creation. But yeah, you're showing all this to me. I don't know, there's just different floating energies. I see some energy looking like a bow with like navy blue dots on it, and it's moving. And you say, oh, don't pay attention, somebody's creating something. It's gonna be fun. Um, strands of DNA, DNA, that's just showing. Ah, this life. You say, well, I got the book of yellow pages. You have this interesting sense of humor, you know. You say, here's the numbers of all the jerks and freaks. I don't know. This is kind of funny that the stuff that comes to me. And all the addresses and all the lives and all the things that that really were forced upon me. I'm just gonna burn it in the bright red fire, and that's gonna symbolize that I'm free, and I'm like air. I can fly out of here when I feel like it's my time to do it. So you create this beautiful. You like creating like this kind of ancient looking vases from different metals, and they're shiny. They got this stones and different kind of like patterns. And you put this book of 114 lives with all those phone numbers and everything, like you said, and you're just like putting it on fire. You say because a lot of times you even feel like people suck energy from you and you know who they are, but it's hard to say to detach yourself from them because it's just the kind of force sometimes their connection onto you, you and you know what's going on because you're very you feel through people's intentions, and but you still feel that energetic connection and you don't know how to get rid of it. But here it is, the book of 52 pages of all your 114 lives is being on fire, just like a seed burning. Burning. Mm, yeah, it's done. Okay, well, I see. Then you show me French Riviera. Your little girl, Marie Elise, I think. Yeah. And you're picking up strawberries. And there's like a nice brick house, and the wines with grapes. There's green grapes, but yellow, and there's like little tiny purple grapes, like navy blue grapes. And you're picking them and eating them. And you got a grandma called Marsh. I don't know why you call her Marsh, but it's a short for something. And Grandpa's Franco, but he's Italian, I feel it. Mm. And I see the table outside on the grass. And I see your mother. And I feel like your father is somewhere around. Um, you have like wine, grape wines or whatever, the field of them. He's checking on them. He's doing some wine production. I actually feel overall that you had these lives that are very like satisfying in terms. Oh well, um, satisfying. I mean, not struggling basically. But it was more about relationship. It was more about being pushed for making certain decisions that drove you crazy. It wasn't like you never needed money in the lives. I don't see you being like struggling anywhere. It just the feeling that comes to me very strong is I feel like this the guy whom you just turned into a cherry and threw him out in the portal. He created those comfortable lives for you, and he thought that, well, I'll give you a little bit of suffering, a little bit of pain, and a lot of frustration from um, bad relationships that were beautiful in the beginning, but they're horrible at the end. And they would eat that energy because I love that energy of fight, of dissatisfaction, the frustration of all of this. Um, you call him evil master. You're saying goodbye, and the cherry on top of it, goodbye. You're really funny. I mean, I just feel like you're serious, but then you get like into this funny mode and you crack some jokes that's really funny and wise. Um, looking. I'm just trying to see if there are any aliens or is there something that they're in your sleep that came to me that like I see Atlanteans came to you quite a bit when you were a teenager. I see age 13 to 16, 17 like that. And because you have to do something with Atlantis in one of the lives. Because I see on this white gown, it's just really beautiful, like a Roman, and this beautiful belt embellished. It has a very interesting letter on it. I can't understand what it is. It's like a letter K, but only with one thing on top. And on top there's like an um not finished number 8. It has little stones. The blue stones was white. The whole thing. The other part is white. Atlantis. It's like floating in the so I'm just kind of you're showing me there's a long road and you walk on it sometimes at night and there are like looking like trees but they're very long tall trees and they look white. Everything looks white and blue. It's like walking on clouds. But then there is this hmm, it's just a place with a platform made out of like alabastro, like marble, like white, with columns. And but around it there is water, but water is not water. It's a portal thing. Because when you jump into it, you showed me you jump into it and you go to other universes. And it's actually very pleasant. It's almost like you feel like you you go to some place like you say it's like you say well in human language you would call it a library, but You show me a room. There's many tables in the room. I feel like you're saying there's 220 tables. Each table has a planet rotating above it, like a hologram. Ah, it's like a museum. Was because I feel there's a lot of souls here, and they are some of them are in shape of a humanoid form, like a human, very tall. Others are like balls of energy, and I think they're choosing if they would like to experience any life on some other planet. And there is different universes represented, different planets, but these planets are most protected because after our universe got infected with that AI virus, um, the other universes decided to protect themselves better from this kind of scenario. And you're showing me that that's how you picked a life in Atlantis. And you wear this one off. You're saying basically every woman carried this very strong maternal type energy, and that energy stimulated the growth of the society, and the also stimulated the imagination. Because I see different things made out of crystals. Basically, they have different shape and form. They all like frequency changers, because with the frequency you can open portals, you can close portals, you can heal anybody from malevolent thoughts. You say, because the aliens are attacking us, and a lot of times they use devices to send us those thoughts that are not ours, they're not ours at all. Sometimes they send us thoughts to change something in us, and it's totally their thoughts or their wishes for us. So there's like an interesting it's like a novel pool, but it looks like a bathtub, like an old-fashioned bathtub, big. And you show me how you're putting your energy bodies into it. The water is pink. uh, it's almost going into slight magenta color like this. um, and you're putting your energy bodies, emotional, mental bodies, to heal them in that water, because you say it's just a very high frequency water that heals. And when the body adapts slowly to the frequency of water, it flushes everything out from the body. And that's how you're cleansing right now your energy bodies, by doing that. I see bubbles coming out from all over, because there's a lot of thoughts. They're almost like clusters of thoughts that are connected to the emotional body. A lot of emotion, a lot of it related to relationships from different lives from this life. You're just releasing them, because I see your bodies, almost getting light pink. It's like the color just came off. So yeah. And but your energy body though, I feel like green, like that What's the name of that stone? Can't remember. Um, but the energy bodies are pink. It's hard to explain. It's like when they all get together, I see them green. Hmm. Malahite, whatever it's. I'm not sure about the English. What's the name of it? But it's just very beautiful green color. But then when you look at them separately, they're pink. Hmm. So, uh, I see like you basically cleansed. You cleansed everything in your energy sphere, and I see that portal. It just disappear because it's not needed anymore. You get rid of your handler guy or spirit guide or whatever the New Age calls it. You get rid of your implants that you put into you before. You cleanse your DNA and you cleanse your emotional mental bodies. So, I mean, the work is done. That's just the main picture. That life of that little girl, you like that life because you liked running barefoot and eating strawberries, eating other berries, feeling like you're free. And then you almost show me like a horse, like you say like that's a metaphor for freedom for me. It's just you're like a horse and like a wild horse and you can run everywhere you want. It's so beautiful. But yeah, so the main part is over. I just want to drink some water. Let me turn this main one